Now everybody, let's play ball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Suwannee Baseball here in Live Oak this evening at Booster Field. I'm Matt Campbell, joined by Hunter Abercrombie. We'll be bringing tonight's action to you as Suwannee plays host to the Santa Fe Red Raiders.
Yes, sir. Good to be here with you, Matt, on River Country Sports. First time without Wayne in the chair, so this is going to be interesting tonight.
Yeah, he led a lot of trust into us, and man, let's hope we don't disappoint.
Yeah, looking forward to tonight. Suwannee played Santa Fe earlier this week, so this is a little bit different. Playing the team twice in 1 week. The Dogs able to win 7-1 on Tuesday night, and looking forward to tonight with Colton Rogers on the mound for the Dogs.
Yeah, Colton out there getting warm as we speak. Comes from the down under, brings the Thunder from the down under position.
Yes, definitely a different look, a look you don't see a lot. So we'll see how these Santa Fe hitters deal with it, because it's just something that used to be more prevalent, but you don't see a lot of side armors anymore. And Colton's really nasty from down there. So looking forward to watching him. So far on the year, Colton's been one of our best arms. He comes into tonight with a I believe a 4-0 record on the season, and a low ERA. He's striking out about a hitter per inning. So really looking forward to watching him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The Santa Fe Red Raiders will start it off here at the top of the first inning. They're going to be leadoff hitter number 9, Angel Irizarry, number 3, Jackson McDavid, Tyler Whitworth wearing number 25 in the 3-hole. Power cleanup hitter number 4, Nate Robertson, followed by Caleb Kitesman, number 22 in the 5-hole. Batting 6th will be number 8, Dylan Doria. Batting 7th will be number 7, Evan Christmas. Batting 8, number 2, Will Beck. And the pitcher, in the pitcher spot, I should say, number 1, Brandon Weber will clean hitting the 9-hole for the Raiders.
Yeah, and looking at the Raiders statistics, these top 3 hitters really seem to be the key. I mean, you go Irizarry, you go McDavid and Whitworth, and those batting averages are 381, 424, 444. So if you can get past those 3, you probably feel pretty good about yourself. But certainly a challenge here in the first for Rogers.
Yeah, they seem to be the table setters, and we'll see how Rogers negotiates here in the top half.
Yeah, Irizarry steps in from the left side.
And he will. Defense will be played straight up, corners in for Suwannee. First pitch just outside, ball 1.
A little bit different than that also, Matt, running a 3-man umpiring crew, which is usually a 2-man, so that's going to be good as well. Extra eyes.
Absolutely. And the second pitch of the game is inside this time for a ball 2, 2-0 on the leadoff hitter. That pitch just a little bit down, says home plate umpire Nick Gray. So a 3-0 count here. That was going to be inside. So a 4-pitch leadoff walk to start the game by Rogers. As you mentioned, 3-man crew. You've got home plate umpire Nick Gray behind the plate, obviously on the first base line. Jamie Fike and out there on the third base line, and then in the C slot sometimes as well, Keith Frazier.
Yeah, and Rogers working with good tempo, but not able to hit with any of the first 4. Certainly not what you want a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Jackson McDavid, the right fielder.
Another lefty. Back-to-back lefties. Rogers comes to the plate. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Watson, who throws it wide of Garcia. And what could have been 2 ends up being none. And the throw goes wide. So runners on first and second now.
Yeah, I was going to say just what the doctor ordered there. First pitch ground ball, chance to turn a double play, and got to get the first one. That's what we always preach with kids is, man, make sure that first out. And that time, I think Watson just rushed his throw a little bit, didn't give Garcia a chance to get there, and Raiders are in business here with a 3-hole hitter, Tyler Whitworth, coming up to the plate.
Who is a statuesque young man out there, big kid. Rogers comes set, and he comes to the plate, up and in, ball 1. Rogers will work exclusively from the stretch, even with outrunners home base. So 1-0 here to the 3-hole hitter, Whitworth. Rogers comes set and delivers to the plate. That one's going to be up and in as well, and 2 balls, no strikes now on the hitter.
Colton having a little bit of trouble here early finding the zone, but hopefully settles in. Need to roll another ground ball right here, see if you can help yourself out a little bit.
Absolutely. And he'll do the inside move there as Garcia goes to second in there. Suwannee runs a one-man look out there. One look set out there with the shortstop. Shortstop kind of sneaks in behind the batter and chooses whether he wants to pick or not. And that's going to be a line drive caught right at Jace Moran. He catches it right there. And I tell you what, we needed that to be right there, because if not, that was going to probably be a run at least.
Definitely. That ball was smoked. But luckily right at Jace Moran, and so out number one. That kind of makes up for that ground ball that you throw into the outfield. Now evens out. It all evens out in the end.
So the 4-hole hitter, Robertson, to the plate. Fastball dives in on his hand, swings right through that. 0-1 and heading the count for the first time this evening. And maybe Rogers kind of catching his breath collectively out there. Got one out. Runners on first and second. Rogers stares at the runner, then delivers. Going to be a fastball just off.
Yeah, I don't know where that one missed, but that's one of those pitches. If you're not hitting with things early, you maybe don't get that one. So if we can start to hit, probably get that call later in the game.
Absolutely. First baseman Watson playing in. 1-1 pitch from Rogers. In there. Not in there.
And
one strike.
Robertson, 246 on the year, so definitely a guy, once you get through those first three, like we said, we feel like you got a good chance here. So definitely a guy you want to attack, make him put the ball in play right here. I'm surprised to see Watson in front of the runner still down at first. Figured 2-1 count might be back.
Ground ball at Moran. This time he can't handle it. And the runner's only going to be able to advance one base. And it's probably a ball that if he had to do it over again would say he should make that play.
Yeah, that's an E. I mean, there's no doubt. The ball's hit hard.
22, Caleb Tyson.
Ball's hit hard, but that's a play we got to make. Colton's gonna roll ground balls, so we've got to be able to pick up the baseball behind him. He's not a big strikeout guy. And now, we come out, we walk the first guy on 4 pitches, but now we've got the bases loaded off of 2 errors. And so it's one of those things as a pitcher, you just want to control what you can control, get to work on the next guy. And that next guy is going to be Dylan Doria for the Raiders. Or I'm sorry, Caleb Keatsman for the Raiders.
Yeah, Keatsman waits as Moran's out there having an animated conversation with his pitcher, Rogers. And he's not been helped by 2 errors so far in the inning. And I noticed the same thing the other night, Hunter, when I did a broadcast, that Watson stays in front of the runner quite a bit. And
well, right here, maybe more so, with the bases loaded to get the out at home. But he's creeping in on the grass like we're almost expecting bunt. I wouldn't expect a bunt here this early in the game.
No. And the 0-0 pitch is in there, called strike one. I got a little ahead of myself there. I wasn't sure.
A little delay.
Yeah. Rogers comes set and to the plate. Another fastball. That one dives in. Fouled off.
I do love Colton's tempo, man. He certainly gets it and goes. No wasted time. Keeps the defense on your toes. Always a good thing.
For sure. And I think that's something that Coach Moran and those guys preach. Oh, that's a big, nasty, sweeping slider that he swings flippantly at and gets a strikeout. Kind of helps there.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered.
So now 2 outs, and this is where I expect our first baseman to play back. And this is another situation that I think about sometimes. We're still playing up. Fastball in there, strike one. Rogers seemingly finding his groove. 2 outs, bases loaded here, top of the first, no score.
Yeah, it'd be big to get out of this with no runs. Kind of goes without saying, but just setting the tone early. Yeah, we came out, we kicked it around a little bit, but if Colton can still get us in the dugout tied, that'd be a great momentum shift there for the Dogs.
Absolutely. And a ground ball right back at him. He's going to run it halfway over there, underhand toss it to first, and that's going to do it. So, actually no hits and no runs, no errors. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on Rip Country.
Your trusted local real estate partner in Live Oak, Grantham Realty, for all your real estate needs in North Florida. With over 20 years experience, they're more than just a real estate agency. They're your friends and neighbors dedicated to serving this vibrant community. So whether you're buying or selling, you can trust Grantham Realty to provide solutions that fit your needs. At Grantham Realty, you'll be treated as a friend, not a number. Contact their friendly team today. Grantham Realty, 386-362-7080.
And welcome back to Suwannee Baseball here on River Country Sports. It's dog ball here on a Friday night, a beautiful night. We got dog baseball tonight brought to you in part by G&W Site Services. They do it all, from land clearing to site prep and great work to excavation, ponds to driveways and culverts, material hauling, and foundations. Call 386-209-4856. Ben Newman, G&W Site Services. That's 209-4856. And find them online at gwsitesservicellc.com. That's GWS Site Services LLC.com.
And we get ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Brady Rowell, I hope we're saying that right, Matt. Brady Rowell going to be on the mound for Santa Fe. Rowell comes into tonight with a 1-0 record on the season. This will be his 7th appearance of the year. 4.67 ERA, but he's pitched 15 innings, Matt, walked 10. So something to watch out for tonight. See how patient the dogs can be at the plate.
Number 8.
Maybe get a few free passes.
That's right. And leading things off tonight will be number 8, Noah Lopez. Lots of speed here at the top of the lineup, especially actually all the way through the lineup.
Yeah, Lopez certainly the table setter for the dogs, having a good year.
The first pitch is going to be called ball 1. Lopez takes the first fastball down low. And Rowe comes to the plate.
It's to be a little bit of a challenge for the dogs. Certainly not a lot of velocity. Rowell, fastball there, looked to be in the upper 70s or so. Definitely moves around the mound a lot when he really moves from one side of the rubber to the other, and that's going to hit Lopez, and he'll take first base.
Yeah, not a whole lot of velo on that. It's kind of the
batting
opposite of what you're used to in this day and age. Everybody seems like they throw 85 to 90. This is a little bit below that speed, so that could cause problems for teams as well. But we'll see as Lopez reaches first via the hit by pitch. This will be Jace Moran now batting from the left-hand side, 2-hole hitter, third baseman for Swan. Rowell comes set and is going to throw back over to first, check on Lopez, back in plenty of time.
Yeah, Moran comes into tonight with a 3.21 average. Has settled into the 2-hole nicely for the dogs. A sophomore left-hander. Big hole on that side with Lopez being held on.
Yeah, some kind of a fastball. It's got a little late movement on it, but just inside on the lefty. 2-0.
One of the things, man, I mentioned, he really moves around the rubber a lot out of the windup, and that's something that, when I talk to my pitchers, is we kind of want to avoid that simply because there's a wild pitch, and Lopez was running on the play, and he'll round second, and he'll hold right there as the count goes to 2-0. But when you move around that much on the rubber, your head tends to move a lot. So now you're moving around the strike zone a lot, and we really more want to keep that head still. So we'll see how that affects Rowell as we go throughout this game.
Yeah, I never was, necessarily the pitching coach, but been around several good ones and a lot of people that are good pitchers, including yourself. And that's one thing is mechanics, and just repeating the same mechanics is hard enough to do without moving yourself around too much. And he does do that.
Yeah, good hitters count here for Moran. So he settles in with a 2-0 pitch coming.
Probably looking for one here. It's going to be up and away just a little bit. Runs the count to 3-0. And we get the take sign down there from Dad, Coach Moran. So 3-0.
Yeah, early in the game, probably going to be taken here, but we shall see. Never know.
Rowell comes to the plate. 3-0. That's going to be up and just about hits him as it cuts in, just like a cutter. I don't know what do you call that, but ball 4 is what you can call it. And that's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, the catcher for Suwannee.
Now
One of our seniors tonight here, Grayson Bonds.
Yeah, Bonds comes in tonight. He's the RBI leader for the Dogs, driven in 22 on the year, and so looking to add to that total as he's got 2 runners out there. We'll see if Coach Moran puts anybody in motion here early. Rowell not very fast to the plate with good speed on second, maybe try to take third here.
Ball misses very wide in the other batter's box. 1-0. Bonds going to be attending Middle Georgia.
Middle Georgia, up in Cochran, Georgia. You and I were up there this fall doing a little scouting for deer that never materialized, but not a lot in Cochran, Georgia.
No, there's not many restaurants, I'll reckon.
No. Well, when you're a suburb of Hawkinsville, that's a little McAlpinish.
That's kind of like Lurville, yeah.
Yeah.
Much. And the pitching coach for the Raiders will come out and have a conversation with Rowell. Try to settle him down.
Yeah, getting late in the year now, only 1 week. It seems like it just started, but only 1 week left in the regular season, and then the Dogs will enter the district tournament here in a couple of weeks as we get ready to go to playoff time. And that's something I'm interested to talk to Coach Moran about, is just kind of where he feels like his guys are here. Are we peaking at the right time, or do you feel like our best baseball is still ahead of us?
Lopez deep, so he's going to try to swipe the bag, but scurries back to second. And he falls behind in the count, 2-0 to Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph having a hard time finding it here early, certainly, and bodes well for the Dogs. Definitely hitter's count here for Bonds.
Another fastball missing away. Really hasn't even been close, and this at bat at least. 3-0 is a count for Bonds.
No, so far we're about 12 pitches in and 1 strike. So I imagine Bonds will get the take here as well and try to get another man to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and he almost gets hit, and that's ball 4. So got a hit by pitch and 2 walks. Bases loaded now for Watson.
Now batting number 4, Tyler Watson.
Yeah, quickly see some scurrying out of the Santa Fe dugout down to the bullpen, and Watson will stride to the plate, the sophomore first baseman for the Bulldogs.
Getting late early for Ralph. He doesn't find the zone here soon.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner or speed up runner for the catcher, Bonds, there at first base.
Yeah, it'll be number 15 in the game. That's
Grayson Green, the winning pitcher from Tuesday night.
Yep.
Complete game down at Santa Fe. Good job by Grayson. Run his record to 5-3 on the year, and now he'll pinch run at first for Bonds.
There you go. You talk about throwing with tempo. A couple of the games that I've done with Wayne, Grayson gets out there and he gets it and he shoves, and he gets it and he shoves. He does not take much time out there. Wow. Going to be a fastball that Watson yanks foul. 0-1.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, that's probably something Coach Pennington and Coach Moran really preach, is tempo and keeping the defense on their toes. You can stand out there, and it's one of the reasons that baseball has become more popular now is the pitch clock and speeding games up. And but it's good for everybody.
That fastball misses wide. 1-1 the count.
Certainly a chance here. I mean, the Dogs got to cash in. Goes without saying. Bases loaded, nobody out. Guys having a hard time finding it. Certainly need to put a crooked number on the board here in the first.
Row to the dish. Another ball hit to center field. Backing up a couple steps as a center fielder. Tagging at third is Lopez. Tagging at second also is Bonds, who's going to be in there safely. And Suwannee leads 1-0. We get a sac fly, and the runner advances from second to first on that.
Now batting number 11, Gabe Garcia.
Kind of maybe another missed opportunity. I'm not sure. I think Grayson might could have got on second on that throw, but maybe he had gained too much ground.
Yeah, good throw by the center fielder to try to get Moran there at third, but Jason just under the tag, and so the Dogs will have first and third with 1 out, and that'll bring the shortstop, Gabe Garcia, to the plate.
1 out, Garcia. Takes the first pitch. That one's going to find his own. 0-1.
Little breaking ball there to start the at-bat.
Yeah.
Look for Green, probably try to take second here, create a little action, get out of the force play, the double play opportunity.
Yeah, we do the early break, and they don't bite. We're going to pop it up. Green's going to have to scurry back. And the catch in shallow right field. Good arm, good throw there by the right fielder. It's going to hold the runner. Bonds at third.
Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity there. I think if you're Garcia, I mean, what Coach Moran's probably going to say there is our guy early breaks. They don't see him, so he's got stolen base second base stolen. So let's just take that pitch, let him get to second, and then go to work. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring number 16 Hampton Newman to the plate, your right fielder.
Yeah, and just like you said, maybe a little unforced. That ball looks a little big up there in the top of the zone, and we'll see if we can capitalize here, though, with 2 outs.
Yeah, Rao with a chance to wriggle out of trouble here in the first.
Yeah, you take it, given the start. And bases loaded, no outs, only giving up 1. That's a win for him. That pitch finds his own, 0-1. Comes set, right around the chest, and comes to the plate. That ball's going to be hit out towards left field. Going to get right at. I mean, he hit it well. Newman hit it well, but right at the left fielder. So Suwannee only able to scratch across 1 here. So after 1 complete inning, it's Suwannee 1, Santa Fe nothing. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball here on RiverCountrySports.com.
Josh Anderson here from Wayne Fryer Live Oak. I'm inviting you to come tour the best built manufactured homes on the market. Choose from 2x6 exterior walls, upgrade insulation, vinyl plank flooring, shiplap accent walls, barn doors, tile showers, and so much more. All our homes come with deliver-in setup, AC, steps, and skirting. And at Wayne Fryer Live Oak, homes start at just $69.9. If you've always wanted to own your own home, now is the time. At Wayne Fryer, US 90 West, Live Oak, or visit us online at WayneFryerHome.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit JeffTippinsInsurance.com.
And welcome back to Booster Field. Suwannee leads it 1-0 over the Santa Fe Red Raiders. Hey, check out Southern Roots Catering. Suwannee Baseball and River Country Sports is sponsored in part by Southern Roots Catering, 386-243-5178. Convenient, delicious, affordable, and hassle-free. Call 386-243-5178, Southern Roots Catering. Their email is srcateringllc@gmail.com. That's srcateringllc@gmail.com.
And back to live action. Colton Rogers is top of the second.
7-8-9 coming for Santa Fe. First batter of the inning is going to be the left fielder, Evan Christmas, cousin of Lloyd.
Lloyd Christmas's cousin. First pitch to him is going to be inside, ball one.
Finally turned hot on us, man. It's been a little muggy tonight, a little warmish out here.
It is. It's a little airish, a little warm, more like baseball weather.
Yeah, Rogers falls behind 2-0. When Colton gets in trouble, he seems to really kind of jerk that arm across, really cut it across. Right there with a fastball in the inside corner is where you want to be. You're really seeing it out of your hand out front from that sidearm slot. If you kind of cut that arm across and rip it across, I guess you could say, that's when you tend to get in trouble, because that'll miss outside and run the count to 3-1. He's all over it. I think Colton's going to find it, and he's back up there ready to go. No wasted time.
I think we got the benefit of the strike call there. Maybe a gift. 2-2, though. Rogers in there, strike three.
Oh, it was. Okay, good. Well, good for him.
He gets him out of the inning. That motion, that's from down under stuff, is that something that's taught by somebody? Do you just start throwing like that?
I think a lot of times, I
what?
think a lot of times kids just kind of figure that out a little bit on their own. Now, I think with Colton probably. So Colton's a guy who I've always liked because, man, he's just a worker. He's just a grinder. And I think Colton is not a guy, if you look at him, he's not going to overpower you. He's not going to,
Right.
he's not going to get off the bus and you're going to go, ooh, that's a dude. But he has worked really hard and made himself a really good player. And it's probably something out of necessity. He figured out, hey, man, I got to figure out a way to get outs. And he's really become good with it. He went over to a showcase in the fall, and they were talking about his spin rates and things like that, which is all the rage in pro ball now. And his stuff really plays. And like I said, it's a funky motion and stuff that hitters don't see a lot. It's hard to pick up. And so, I mean, as you can see, 4-0 with an ERA in the 2s so far this year, certainly effective.
Yeah, he's found his niche with that arm slot. And I think I recall FAMU baseball team having a ton of those guys one time when they played against UF. There's a ground ball third base. Rand fields it, throws over to Watson, and 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Well, I mean, you kind of the same thing. Most of the time, those guys who are at FAM or at a smaller college like that, they're guys that just had to grind their way through and find ways to get guys out. And so, that's when you get to college. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to develop new stuff, and the name of the game is get outs. It doesn't matter how it looks.
That's right. And that ball finds the zone, strike one. And when he throws a breaking pitch, the amount of movement on it is just insane. It'll start at the batter and then end up in the other batter's box.
Well, we talk about tunneling, like making things look the same, every pitch look the same, not telegraphing things, and he does a good job of that. The fastball and that breaking ball both come out of the same arm slot, the same hand. Oh, that's going to hit the 9-hole guy in the back, never what you want.
Yeah, he'll take his base there, and Colton's got it figured out. That one gets away from a little bit. the hairdo can't hurt anything either. I mean, that thing, he's got going.
He's got some flow.
He's got
some flow. No doubt. I was looking at our man. He's going to be coming up here in a minute. Whitworth. He was catching up between innings, and Whitworth has some for Santa Fe.
Angel Bizarre
has some Kenny Powers vibes going down there. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the three-hole guy, Whitworth, and he's a big, well put together young man. So the town back to the top of the inning. That's Irizarry, the lefty. There goes the runner. And throw down is going to be in time,
wow.
I think. God, what a good throw.
Wow, right on the money. Nice. I thought that was a great jump. I didn't think we had a chance to get him, but a great throw by Bonds, great tag, and we are out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a good job. So quickly, 3 outs. There in the top of the second. Suwannee leads at 1-0. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
All right, hey Bulldog fans, when you're hungry, we can satisfy that appetite at Beef O'Brady's of Live Oak. Come dine with us during, before, or after the ball game. We feature big screen TVs, so you won't miss any of the big events. At Beef O'Brady's, check out our game room featuring pool tables and games for the kids. Stop by Beef O'Brady's for some good food, good sports, and good games.
Back to Booster Field, Suwannee Baseball, brought to you in part tonight by G&W Site Services. They do it all, from land clearing to site prep and grade work to excavation, ponds, driveways, culverts, material hauling, and foundations. Call 386-209-4856. Ben Newman, G&W Site Services, 209-4856. You can find them online at LLC.com. That's GW Site Services, LLC.com. Coming to the plate for Suwannee here in the bottom of the second.
Will be number 10, Coy Fryer, playing left field tonight.
Now batting number 10, Coy Fryer.
Boy, a jack of all trades. You never know where you're going to see him in the field in the starting line. Left field, right field, second base, shortstop, third base. He can do it all. Definitely a plus.
Absolutely. The first pitch from Rao is going to be in there for strike one.
Mr. Gray behind the plate keeps fooling me because he kind of got a delayed strike signal. So I'll kind of look down and look, oh, there it is.
Exactly. 1-1 now the count to Fryer. One pitch from Rao on his way. Breaking ball, fouled off, going to get out of play. 1-2 will be the count.
Ralph settled in after those first 3 batters. You know, he settled in and was able to get out of that inning with only 1 run, which is a win for him. And so jumps ahead 1-2 here in the bottom of the second. We'll see if the Dolphins can put a little pressure on him.
Nice ball hit right back up the middle. Big chopper going to take a hop. Shortstop comes across and gets fired by about a step and a half. That's 1 out. That'll bring up another one of the seniors, number 7, Dylan Green. Well, the wind has laid significantly. I
now batting number 7.
Was down at the Gulf of America today fishing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me just tell you, they said 5 to 10, but it was about 20 to 25 down there.
Well, I was in the turkey woods, and it looked like one of us had more success than the other. Nice play down the third
baseman to Rob Green of a hit. Gets him by about a half an eyelash down there at first, but I'm talking about what looked like to be a double off the bat. Third baseman snags it and throws us out.
Hard hit ball. Great play down there by the third baseman for Santa Fe. That's going to be number 2, Will Beck.
Now number 12, Jenkins comes to the plate. Another senior.
Yeah, Jenkins in the DH spot tonight, hitting for Colton Rogers on senior night. All 3 seniors in the starting lineup. Small senior class this year.
Fastball driven out to right field, and going to be a quick, easy inning.
Yeah, Rao breezes right through the bottom of the second, and as He does. We will breeze right into a commercial break. You are listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Josh Anderson here from Wayne Fryer Live Oak. I'm inviting you to come tour the best built manufactured homes on the market. Choose from 2x6 exterior walls, upgrade insulation, vinyl plank flooring, shiplap accent walls, barn doors, tile showers, and so much more. All our homes come with deliver-in setup, AC, steps, and skirting. And
hi, my name is Catherine Haney. My grandfather and my dad, Wes Haney, have been selling and servicing Chevrolets in the Suwannee Valley area since 1968.
I'm here with my brothers, Weston and Jonathan. We want to tell you why Wes Haney Chevrolet is the best place to buy a car.
At Wes Haney Chevrolet comes down to two things: low prices and excellent customer service. You are a part of the family just as much as we are. Your happiness is my dad's first priority. He will always fight to make sure you get the best deal and the best experience.
My dad doesn't play games and he doesn't charge dealer fees, so we can always get you the best price. We have amazing incentives this month to put together a great deal on any Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. The best built, longest lasting vehicles on the road. We guarantee a better deal and customer experience than you can get anywhere else.
We would love to show you our beautiful selection of new and used vehicles. We are located in Live Oak, Florida on Highway 90 East. I can guarantee our dad will give you the best deal, and we are excited to earn your business.
This is Wes Haney, and as always, no dealer fees, no games. Come see my team at Wes Haney Chevrolet.
And welcome back to Suwannee Baseball, brought to you tonight partly by Hit Pest Control. Hit Pest Control is a family-owned and operated business that has operated in Suwannee County and surrounding areas since 1988. We handle all household pests, lawns, weeds, dry fertilization, and more. We are the local choice for pest control in the Suwannee Valley. Give them a call, 386-364-4488. Hey, and mention River Country Sports and receive 10% off any new service.
Wow, really?
Can't beat that.
Mention when I was doing the Sons of Suwannee Sportscast and Hit Pest Control sponsored, we never got any discounts.
No discount.
I'm going to have a word with somebody.
Wow, Adam. Way to go, buddy. All right, here, top of the third. Colton Rogers starting the top of the third. And the first pitch from Rogers is going to be a ball just outside.
Yep, Irizarry at the plate to end the last inning when the runner was thrown out at second, so he'll lead off. So top of the order for Santa Fe.
And that one hits in the dirt, scoots by. On, bounces off the old brick wall back here. Irizarry says, I'll go get it. Nobody else wants to.
Irizarry certainly having a good year. Like I said, these top three hitters, he's hitting 381 on the year. So really a table setter for Santa Fe behind the two big bats, or in front of the two big bats behind him.
Fastball, no, never mind. 3-0.
Well, Irizarry's yet to see a strike tonight. He'll crowd the plate, and there's one for him.
Yeah. 3-1 to count. Infield playing back now, except for that third. Oh, now first baseman come in. Swing and a miss. Big cut. Comes up empty. It'll run the count full.
Little slash there by Irizarry, trying to throw Rogers off a little bit by squaring around, acting like he was going to bunt and pull him back.
Fastball in there. Strike three. That's a good comeback. He climbed the ladder from a 3-0 count to get the strikeout. One out here.
Now batting number 3, Jackson
third. Number 3, another lefty. David.
Yeah, not sure what Irizarry's looking for there.
Yeah, that was right down Broadway. We'll take it.
We will, and that'll bring Jackson McDavid to the plate. Two-hole hitter, and he's right back to first base just as in his first at-bat. Watson's going to take this one himself. And a quick second out for Colton Rogers.
Yeah, so both pitchers here in the third are
now batting number 25.
Their last half inning, they've had a quick inning, and here comes your
man, Whitworth. I like this guy.
He's big.
He is. He's got some curlish mullet flow going in the back. I don't know what the kids probably have a name for that.
Probably looks teddy bearish from here. That's a fastball going to be in there. Strike one on outer half. You know those labradoodles?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Oh,
it looks soft and fluffy.
Okay, it's a little much.
Ooh, nice breaking ball. Going to be strike 2. That's a great pitch. Probably his best one of the night.
Yeah, want to be smart right here. Head 0-2, way up in the count. Probably got Whitworth. Not sure what's coming here with the 0-2 pitch.
Rogers delivers. Going to be another one of nasty breakers, and it's good morning, good afternoon, good night. So after 2.5 innings, Suwannee leads it 1-0. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Can I get the rooster next half inning? Can I get...
Josh Anderson here from Wayne Fryer Live Oak. I'm inviting you to come tour the best built manufactured homes on the market. Choose from 2x6 exterior walls, upgrade insulation, vinyl plank flooring, shiplap accent walls, barn doors, tile showers, and so much more. All our homes come with deliver-in setup, AC, steps, and skirting. And at Wayne Fryer Live Oak, homes start at just $69.9. If you've always wanted to own your own home, now is the time. At Wayne Fryer, US 90 West, Live Oak, or visit us online at WayneFryerHome.com.
And welcome back to Booster Field, Suwannee Baseball. Don't miss the Diamond Dogs podcast, the coaches show, each Wednesday here at River Country. Join Wayne Luttrell, Coach Billy Moran for the latest on Bulldog baseball. The Diamond Dogs podcast brought to you by First Federal Bank and Pool Realty. This week's show begins at 5 with the Dogs' final regular season game to follow. It's Suwannee versus North Florida Christian next Wednesday at 6 here on RiverCountrySports.com. Like you mentioned earlier, it's hard to believe.
Now that
It's
almost
the last game of the regular season.
Well, and the Dogs on a 5-game winning streak, so been playing well. We didn't have a chance to talk about that at the top of the show, but like we said, you want to talk about, you want to peak at the right time of the year, and so I'm interested to hear how Coach Moran feels like the boys have been playing, not just by the record.
Lopez swings at the first pitch he sees and is out by half a step. Kind of chased one, maybe a little up out zone, got a little handcuff there. So quickly, one more out, and for Rao, it started off very, very, very shaky, and all of a sudden, can't do anything wrong.
Well, and that's something, Matt, that I feel like has kind of plagued us all year is the inability to really pile up runs when we have opportunities. With as the pitch comes in, wait till after Jace. Bases load, nobody out, you get one. And seen some situations where we start games first and second, nobody out, don't score, things like that. And so I think that's probably frustrating for Coach Moran and wanting to do some situational hitting a little bit better.
Yeah, 100% agree. And we only have a few seniors on the team. It's still a very young nucleus, so it's something they're going to have to work through, and I'm sure they'll get better as time progresses.
Well, and the schedule's been incredibly difficult, and I think that's by design. But now 5 in a row, you're at 12-6, you're feeling good, you're ranked in the top 10 in the state, so everything's positive. But I think knowing Coach Moran, good's not good enough.
No, I don't want to get complacent. That's going to get off the end of the bat. Should get down. Oh, it won't. It'll hang up. I thought it was going to get down. Moran gets it off the end of the bat and gets enough of it to carry it out to the center fielder for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that ball, I was with you. I thought it was going to maybe drop a little bit faster, but it hung up in the air. Not a lot of wind tonight, and center fielder did a good job running it down. And quickly, again, 2 outs for our buddy Mr. Rao.
Yeah. Inauspicious start for him now, just giving up 1 run in the top of the first and missing barrels left and right since then. That's pitch to Lawrence, almost hits him.
And that'll be a good test Wednesday night. We went over to Tallahassee and beat North Florida Christian a couple weeks ago, but always a really, really solid program. Coach Posey's been there forever. As there's a flare down the right field line out towards that Bermuda Triangle. And it'll be caught by the first baseman in foul territory. And once again, a quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll finish that thought when we come back. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit JeffTippinsInsurance.com. Your trusted local real estate partner in Live Oak, Grantham Realty, for all your real estate needs in North Florida. With over 20 years experience, they're more than just a real estate agency. They're your friends and neighbors dedicated to serving this vibrant community. So whether you're buying or selling, you can trust Grantham Realty to provide solutions that fit your needs. At Grantham Realty, you'll be treated as a friend, not a number. Contact their friendly team today. Grantham Realty, 386-5 362-7080.
That's nickname. On Tom's Rooster.
Uh,
I was watching some stupid bio on that's how it works. Coffee and TikTok. That.
And welcome back to River Country Sports.com. I forgot we're doing what we're doing. They're just sitting here like ain't got no job.
Well, we're up here playing a umpire Jamie Fike tribute song and learning the backstory of the song, and you know things get weird sometimes, Matt. I don't know.
Yeah, I got a little distracted.
I mean, did Harry Carey do everything professionally all the time?
Probably not. My buddy over here is clapping, trying to smack me in the head. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with him. We got a new pitcher in the game, Hunter.
We do. Number 11, Gabe Garcia enters the game for Suwannee. The junior will take over for Colton Rogers. And Rogers with a good 3-inning outing. Got out of trouble in the first and able to throw up some zeros. And now he'll give way to Garcia. Garcia will enter tonight's game with a 3-1 record. This will be his 8th appearance, a 1.35 ERA. And so certainly somebody who's had a good year for the Dogs. 20 innings so far, 20 strikeouts, and only 11 walks. So we will see number 11, Gabe Garcia, enter the foray, the transfer from across the river north in Hamilton County.
That's right. He looks much better in green.
I've never met someone who doesn't, Matt.
Exactly.
I've never met someone who doesn't.
I've known his dad for seemingly forever.
Well, if you've played baseball against Hamilton County in the last 37 years, you have played some Garcias.
Well, we just start the game, or he starts his outing off with a hit batter to number 4 right up there in the part of the shoulder.
Robertson none too pleased with that.
Well, didn't take kindly to it. I don't think that's intentional, however, because that's not how you want to start off the top of the 4th here, especially only up by 1.
It's not, and that'll bring to the plate the first baseman, Caleb Keatsman.
And a fastball swung, a foul straight back. Garcia with his delivery, he separates ball from glove. Kind of taps it out there.
Yeah, a little tick, a little different.
That fastball just off. A little more velocity than what we've seen so far tonight from both the starting pitchers. Garcia has.
My 12U team gets to do battle with Garcia's brother semi-regularly, and that is never fun. He is a heck of a player.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good pitch there. Garcia staying away on the outer half so far. Over the top delivery and good firm fastball in the mid-80s.
Yeah, great family. Like I said, his dad, I can just remember him forever. He's probably been one of the good ambassadors of the game from up there. There goes the runner. And, man, I tell you what, he made it close.
Yeah,
another pretty good arm.
Another good throw by Bonds. That's 2 tonight. Yeah, put both of those on the money. Good jump by the runner, and he'll still second, and the count will run to 2-2.
Yeah, Garcia's not necessarily be qualified as being quick to the plate, so he got a good jump. Bonds makes up for it, though, with the pop time. So runner on second, 2-2 the count. And the pitch, fastball swung through, strike 3 for the first out here. It's going to bring up number 8.
Batting number 8, Dylan
Doria. Got some do-rag stuff out the back with the helmet. See what Garcia decides to come at him with. Checks the runner at second. And delivers to the plate. They're going to bunt.
That's a good one.
Good one. Probably not going to be a play.
What a play. What a play. What a play by Gabe Garcia. Man, bounces off the mound. A really good bunt down the third baseline, able to square it up. Just be an athlete, man. Really nice job there by Garcia. That is a tough play.
Number 7, Evan.
Yeah, I gave him almost no chance just off of get field, and he hopped around it like a puma, picked it up, threw it in one motion, a bullet.
Well, people love to say pitchers are not athletes, Matt, but that is an untrue statement. Some pitchers are not athletes.
Yeah, some pitchers are not athletes. Garcia not being that. He came in from the shortstop position, which is probably one of the most athletic positions on the field.
So if he started the game, would he be a non-athlete? But since he came from shortstop, that's okay with you? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not one of those that says pitchers aren't athletes, especially in the high school level.
Yeah, you got to be an athlete at the high school level. We don't have a lot of pitcher-onlys up here.
And they saved that for the travel ball circuit, and there's a lot of those, but it's worked out for a lot of those guys too. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. We got to have a runner on third though, and trying to leave him there with Suwannee and Garcia. That ball's a little bit low. 2-1 the count. The hitter for the Red Raiders is number 7, Evan Christmas, the cousin of Boyd.
That's right.
I would say. Let's see, it gets signed, comes set, and delivers.
Oh, and that's going to get through the wickets, and that's going to tie the game.
It's going to tie the game.
A wild pitch with 2 outs.
Unfortunate, but 3-1 the count nonetheless. Game is tied here in the top of the 4th.
Do you think Christmas is related to the Christmas family of Christmas Place fame in Martin Hammock Hunt Club, Matt?
Oh, it could be. That fastball is going to be called strike 2.
Right over the outer half. That'll run the count full as the score is now tied 1-1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball hit weakly out to second to Lopez, takes a big hop and over to first. But Santa Fe able to scratch one across here at the top of the 4th, ties things up 1-1. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountry.com.
Hey Bulldogs, let the UPS Store of Live Oak handle all of your packing and shipping needs. The UPS Store of Live Oak also offers mailboxes, printing, faxing, scanning. We also offer notary services and shredding services as well. Stop by your local UPS store. There's help in here. Real help.
The UPS Store, located at 6824 Suwannee Plaza Lane, Live Oak, Florida.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
Yeah, welcome back to Suwannee Baseball here at Booster Field. Suwannee Baseball River Country Sports is sponsored in part by Southern Roots Catering, 386-243-5178. Convenient, delicious, affordable, and hassle-free. Call 386-243-5178, Southern Roots Catering. Email them, that's srcateringllc@gmail.com. That's srcateringllc@gmail.com. And with the game tied 1-1 here going to the bottom of the 4th, looks like Santa Fe will change their pitcher as well.
They will, and trying to get a number, it looks like that's going to be number 6 for Santa Fe. That is going to be Zach Marriott. Marriott enters tonight. This will be his 8th appearance, a 3-1 record, 5.56 ERA for the senior. And a nice job by our friend Mr. Rao as he was able to give 3 innings for the Raiders tonight after a shaky start, and he will give way with a no decision to Mr. Marriott.
Yeah, first to face Marriott will be number 4, Watson.
Yeah, definitely a little more velocity here from Marriott, so we'll see how the Bulldogs adjust in the bottom of the 4th. Need to get some offense going, Matt. We, loaded the bases there in the first, but really,
Now batting number 4, Tyler Watson.
I don't know if we have a hit. I don't believe so.
Yeah, we had one that was a couple balls that were well hit, but I don't think we've had a hit. We had one robbed down the third base line and had one ball hit smoked right at left fielder. But other than that,
well, the general rule is, you're not allowed to talk about a no hitter. So we're going to talk about it as much as we can until it goes away.
Absolutely right.
But I don't know that Santa Fe does either. We do not. We are in a hitless game, Matthew. This is like watching the Suwannee Middle School B team.
Who's their coach?
No idea. He needs to be fired.
I've shamefully not been able to.
I'm kidding.
See any of that.
No, man, we had some good hitters, had some good ABs, good players, young players, and hopefully they learned a lot. Finished up our season yesterday.
0-1. Count to Watson. It's going to be a fastball up. I tell you what a luxury it is. I mean, with all joking aside, you're coaching the B team, and luxury it is to have that B team. You've got a lot of baseball talent over there at the middle school right now.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, the 8th grade class coming over.
Oh,
There's
really?
we talking about it. That is what we are talking about, baby.
Watson with the first hit of the game for Suwannee.
You are welcome, Kyler Watson.
Atta boy. It's going to bring
Now
up
batting number 11,
Swanee's pitcher, Garcia.
But yeah, you're right. No, the 8th grade group coming over next year, super talented, go about 12 or 13 deep. And then the good thing about the B team is we were able to give some guys some experience, get them some game reps, and even involve the 6th graders a little bit, which is good to kind of get them acclimated to the big field. And I think they saw quickly we got to get a lot stronger.
Yeah, that's something that definitely, coming through with our group of boys. Our group of boys ended up in the Final Four, fell short down there, but I mean, they played together forever, just like your son and his friends and that next couple generations. And when they go from that 12-year-old field to the big field, it humbles them really quickly.
Good move by Marriott. Marriott, we talked about Garcia being an athlete. You can tell Marriott's one too. He moves well out there, but see if Garcia can get the dogs going here with Watson on first. Watson not really a threat to steal. Not that he's slow, but not somebody you look to run right here. And that ball's going to be flared out to right side. That's going to be down.
And so back-to-back hits. After not having won the entire game, we've got runners on first and second.
Yep, that one just hit in the right spot. Didn't really even clear the infield, I don't think, but with the first baseman holding the runner on, able to drop, and the dogs have something going. We're in business here with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Coach Moran chooses to do here with Newman, who's been swinging the bat pretty good this season.
Yeah, Newman lined out to left in the first, hit it well just right out the left fielder, and so we'll see what Coach chooses to do here.
Tell you what, with Newman, I can remember him as a young little kid. Whenever I was coaching here at the high school, always be up here getting hits and hitting in the cage. He's just a hard-working kid, and you like to see things turn out well for him.
Yeah, we actually talked about him the other day over at the middle school, and he was a guy who just battled injuries in middle school, so he's going to wear one in the backside.
Yeah, he just battled the fastball to the derriere and going to load up the bases here and quickly Marriott in trouble.
Coy Fryer.
But getting back to Hampton, man, he's a guy who's finally healthy and showing what he can do and having a good year for the dogs here in his junior season.
And I can appreciate that, especially with all the hard work and the perseverance. And it's just good to see good things happen to kids and hard work pay off because it's a good life lesson no matter what he chooses to do down the road.
That'll bring Fryer to the plate, man. And you talked about it last time I was on the broadcast, how key I think Fryer is to the offense and hitting down here in the 7-hole, but he's a guy who could hit at the top of the order. And so looking to do a job right here and a guy that you're really not going to double up. So if he hits the ball on the ground, unless he just really hits it hard, he's a guy that's probably going to beat it out. So a lot of ways to score runs right here with Coy Fryer at the plate.
Buddy out, bases loaded. Here we go. Breaking ball, a good one in there for strike one.
That was a good pitch. Really nice breaking ball by Marriott, sharp, late break.
Yeah, you mentioned Watson not slow, but not a threat to steal. That ball's going to be down right at the first baseman. He's going to come home with it and get the lead runner there. Good play by the first baseman. But if Watson is your slowest guy on the team, then you've got a really
yeah. He's a good player, good runner.
That was a little unfortunate. Hit right at the first baseman. He scoops it and makes a good throw to the home plate. And now we got one out. Middle infield on double play depth now. We're a ground ball away from not capitalizing here, but we're also a base hit away from opening things up. So
we are. And Green comes to the plate, the 8-hole hitter for Suwannee,
who hit a bullet down the third base line just a little while ago, but it got robbed. Nice play there by the third baseman. See if he can get one by him this time. 0-1 count to Green. Fastball hit up the middle is going to be a base hit. That'll score 2. Maybe I got a little ahead of myself there, but he does get in. Holy moly.
Well, Matt, I was wondering, that ball hadn't got to center field yet, and you said it scored 2, and I said, I don't know. He is coming up throwing.
He came up throwing through it hard. Good arm there. I thought that Garcia had a good jump, at least it looked like to me. But
well, he did. That's why he scored.
It's a good thing. I got ahead of myself, but no harm, no foul. 3-1 now. Suwannee leads, and the senior, Dylan Green, Another good swing, this time rewarded with a 2 RBI single up the middle. Brings up another senior, Jenkins. A chance to potentially add to the lead. Running on first and second. 1 out. That fastball's inside. Gets out of the way of it.
Well, Matt, all we had to do to get some hits was get Rao out of the game.
Yeah, it seems like it. That's 3 this inning after having none the previous 3 innings. That fastball's going to be hit, and it's going to be a fair ball.
Foul ball down the left. Yeah, just foul. Went over the back. And that's a tough call right there because folks sometimes don't realize they think it's where the ball hits. It's actually where it goes over the base. So that was a tough call there for the home plate umpire, Mr. Nick Gray.
Yeah, Nick's all over it. 1-1 to count. I was kind of wishing that one fair. That would have scored one for sure.
Yeah, Fryer running now second. Anything to the outfield, you're thinking he's probably going to score.
1-1 pitch. Fastball. Fouled off. Going to get out of play over there. Down on the count 1-2 now. Leadoff hitter. Oh, Lopez waits on deck. Seem to be doing a little bit better against the higher velocity than we were against Brown.
Well, kind of like Rogers, something you just don't see a whole lot.
Sure. 1-2. There goes the runners, and that's going to hit him. Wow. I guess up around the upper shoulder. I thought it was going to get him in the head there for a second.
I think they're saying it got him on the hand.
Okay. Either
so
way.
that'll load the bases once again.
That was a little scary for a second. I thought it was up there around the neck head area. But now bases loaded, 1 out. Lopez with an opportunity to widen the margin. That makes sense, what I just said. I'm not sure. That breaking ball is going to be just away. Ball 1.
Yeah, good take there by Noah. Tough pitch to lay off, but first pitch, don't want to chase a breaking ball. Got a chance to do some more damage here and drive in a couple of runs. Really put some distance between you and the Raiders.
1-0 pitch. Here comes Marriott to the plate. It's going to be up. Ball 2.
Always like seeing Suwannee play Santa Fe, an opponent that's been a district opponent many times over the years, and a good rivalry in all sports. Very similar programs in a lot of respects, and so always nice to play them.
Yeah, for sure. 2-0 count to Lopez. Fastball foul straight back. 2-1.
Had some years where they've had some really good teams and had a chance to make some runs, and so 10-10 this year, so certainly not one of their banner years, but still a good team out on the field tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Does the name Big Al still get you?
Oh, boy.
Quivering in your hands?
Boy.
There's a blast from the past. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Yes, sir. Mr. Al Peterson was a 12-year-old All-American.
We were scared of him. Or y'all were. I was too old to be scared of him.
Well, he was about your size when he was 12.
Yeah, bigger than me. That fastball is going to be returned to center field. Fryer waits and tags at third. And he'll come home without a throw. They'll throw ahead of the lead runner at second to keep him there. So
now batting number
RBI
9, Mason Moran.
Sack fly for Lopez makes the score 4-1 Suwannee. Now Moran comes up.
Yeah, really a smart play there by the center fielder. No chance to get Fryer at home, so he goes ahead and throws to third, which kept the runner at second base green, and so a good job by him as well.
Yeah, I've not seen a throw from the left fielder, but the center fielder and the right fielder both have really good arms. Pitch from Marriott. Breaking ball going to be hitting the dirt in a second, and he'll field it and toss over the hand there to second base, and that'll do it. But Suwannee able to scratch across 3 runs. Suwannee 4, Raiders 1. You're listening to RiverCountrySports.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit jefftippensinsurance.com.
And welcome back to Booster Field. Suwannee Baseball here on River Country Sports is sponsored in part by Southern Roots Catering, 386-243-5178. Convenient, delicious, affordable, and hassle-free. Call 386-243-5178. Southern Roots Catering. Email at srcateringllc@gmail.com. That's srcateringllc@gmail.com. It looks like Garcia will come back out for another inning of work with Suwannee leading here at top of the fifth, 4-1, Hunter.
Yeah, good inning for the Dogs. And so now if you're Gabe Garcia, you want to come out and respond with a 0, throw up a 0 here, and you got good part of the order coming, 8, 9, and 1 for Santa Fe. So go right at them right here and see if you can get your team back in the dugout and swing the bats a little bit more.
Yeah, this is when you take a lead like that in a tight game after getting 3 in the bottom half. You want to come out here and throw up a 0, kind of stop the momentum of the opponent, and this is what he has the opportunity to do here. And like you said, a good part of the inning to get it done, or the lineup, rather. Been impressed with Bonds' pop time from home to second. He's gunned one guy and close to getting another. He's got a good arm back there. Gonna do
he does. He does.
Georgia well up there, I think.
Well, we talked about it last broadcast that I was on with Wayne. We really have 3 catchers who can do a tremendous job back there. You got Bonds, you got Moran, and Kyler Watson can go back there and catch if you ever needed him to. So certainly no shortage.
That's a luxury. And the first pitch, Garcia swung on, driven out. That takes care of that. So now neither team are pitching.
I didn't talk about our no-hitter, man.
No, you kind of did. You brought it up a little bit, but that's all right. So,
well, I mean, everybody likes offense, man.
Yeah,
everybody. That's why we have torpedo bats.
Wow, that's a hot topic, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'm going to get me one. I want a torpedo fungo.
So somebody, Josh Young on Facebook said something about that.
Friend of the program, Josh Young from Tallahassee, a great Mercer Bear.
He wanted a torpedo fungo bat himself, so I bet they'll start making them. If people will buy them, they'll make them. I promise you that.
I hope the Braves get some.
Whew, they need something. 0-1. And the runner at first stays there. Swing back. We're going to throw a back pick there and going to be not time. Watson puts a good and healthy tag on him. And
that's what you do. That is what you do down there, buddy. Somebody comes into your house, you let them know you're there.
Evan Johnson, perhaps one of the best ones that slap tagging I've ever seen. Shout out to Evan Johnson. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3. And that'll be the 9-hole hitter goes down. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Runner on first base. Leadoff hitter for the Red Raiders. Irizarry.
Is it the Red Raiders?
I don't know.
Are they just the Raiders?
I'm thinking of Texas Tech. I'm thinking of Florida basketball. Speaking of Florida basketball.
Is it still basketball season?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pay more attention to baseball, man. How's that going for you guys?
It's not going so good. 1-8 in the SEC. We throw back over to first. I think we're 0-2. Wait, have we played you guys twice?
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1. That's right. We did beat you guys in Tallahassee.
That's right.
It's a miracle.
I thought you meant the Mercer Bears. No, we're 0-0. 0-0. Say you guys.
Oh,
I have to assume you're talking about the Mercer University.
Yeah. Props to you, to the Mercer Bears.
Big spot right here for Garcia. Top of the order coming. Oh, good move.
Oh, really close. Really close.
Yeah, Watson wanted that one. But a big spot here, top of the order. Man on first. Need to bear down right here, like we said. Get us in the dugout. Throw up a 0 after your team scores.
And the pitch. Going to be a bunt. A good one.
Yep, that's going to be fair.
Let that thing roll. That's
it's a right play by Moran right there. That's really good play. You could tell Irizarry, man, he's just one of those guys at the top of the order who's just a pest, and I mean that in a very complimentary way.
Yeah.
I mean, just a tough out and a guy who can do a lot. That was a really, really nice bunt there, base hit bunt. And
number 3, Jackson.
Moran quickly realized he didn't have a play, so he just let it go, see if it rolled foul, and it did not.
Yeah, good baseball IQ all the way around on that, and just a great bunt, hard to defend. I remember a couple of those guys like that used to play for Wakulla.
Wakulla, the Twins at the top of the order. I forget their name, but boy, they were just little.
You couldn't
dag them like little water bugs.
Did not keep them off base. First and second now. Swing and a foul ball over there towards Hunter's truck. It was actually going towards my truck now.
That's a good swing by McDavid.
Yeah.
Probably want to go something off speed right here, see if we can get him to chase maybe. We stuck with the fastball. That's just a really good swing he put on that first fastball, so we'll see how they choose to attack him because certainly a guy hitting over 400, somebody you want to be careful with, but you can't be too careful because the guy on deck's in the same boat.
Yeah. And the pitch breaking ball misses outside. 2-1 now the count.
A little bit of a danger zone here for Suwannee. We'll see how Garcia chooses to attack, how Coach Pennington chooses to go after him. Again, we've mentioned it a couple times, man. I'm still surprised to see Watson in front of the runner.
Yeah, I don't get it. That fastball's...
As we say that, it works out.
We throw it to first, but nobody's going to be there to...
Well...
I mean, that's kind of one of those in between. You don't really.
Well, that's the third time. That's the third time McDavid's hit the ball to that same exact spot this evening, and
right. You're right, exactly right.
You know, a good chance right there to turn double play, but did a good job of making sure we got one.
Scouting report maybe is why he's there. I don't. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs, and I mean the big man, number 25.
Well, and I just saw Coach Pennington come out of the dugout and tell Garcia to be smart right here, which tells me this is the guy you don't want to beat you. If we pitch around him a little bit, maybe even intentionally walk him, if you will, we'll do battle with the next guy. But this is the guy that you don't want to let
100%
let beat you.
Let's see what we do here. First pitch to him. The breaking ball hit right back up the middle, and that's going to score a run.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there.
It was. I was going to say before that swing, with one swing, he could tie the game up, but instead just hits one right back up the middle.
Now batting number 4, Nate.
4-2 now. Suwannee lead. Brings up number 4 for the Raiders. Not to be confused with the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Nate Robertson. Still 2 outs in the inning, running on first and second, though. Garcia comes set. And is going to just kind of do a little fake inside move. Coming set again is Garcia. He's going to pick and he's going to wear that in the rib cage out there on the inside move.
I get we don't like to get hit by the ball, but it's almost like anytime now anybody gets hit by a pitch or the ball hits us, we got to act like somebody did it intentionally, man. The dude's trying to pick you off. He didn't try to hit you.
Yeah, I got no comment on that. 1 ball. I'm sorry, no balls, no strikes.
But it's across the board. I mean, it's college. You see it all the time. I mean,
that
it's
ball
very
skips away from.
Well, we got a back.
Runs.
Yep.
Maybe had a chance.
Thought we had a back pick there at first. Yeah.
But Watson read that very well. I mean, he could have been in position. But yeah, you're right.
You see it a lot in college. I mean, it's just so much chirping out. But, to me, it's on the coaches. It's the head coaches.
Yeah.
And we played an opponent earlier this year. I wasn't on the broadcast for that game, but I kind of wish I was because, my God, man, it was a joke.
And the pitch fouled off, out of play. Number 1 to count. Yeah, you see a lot of talking, a lot of chirping. It was really, really big at the college level. And I think it's because we have a lot of entitlement and we have a lot of I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like, they feel safe out there. They're not going to get punched in the face. And a lot of these pitchers don't hit, so they don't got to worry about getting hit at the plate. And
it's a lot of look at me stuff.
Not for me, but it's the way it is these days, and we embrace it. 2 balls, 1 strike now, 2 outs.
Speaking of, the Noles had a prime timer tonight with Wake Forest. The marching Chiefs in the house didn't start till 8 o'clock tonight.
And the pitch popped up. That's in play. We'll see who gets it. Bonds is under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. And Garcia able to get out of a little bit of a jam. Gives up 1, though. It's 4-2. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Josh Anderson here from Wayne Fryer Live Oak. I'm inviting you to come tour the best built manufactured homes on the market. Choose from 2x6 exterior walls, upgrade insulation, vinyl plank flooring, shiplap accent walls, barn doors, tile showers, and so much more. All our homes come with delivery and setup, AC, steps, and skirting. And at Wayne Fryer Live Oak, homes start at just $69.9. If you've always wanted to own your own home, now is the time. At Wayne Fryer, US 90 West, Live Oak, or visit us online at WayneFryerHome.com.
Your trusted local real estate partner in Live Oak, Grantham Realty, for all your real estate needs in North Florida. With over 20 years experience, they're more than just a real estate agency. They're your friends and neighbors dedicated to serving this vibrant community. So whether you're buying or selling, you can trust Grantham Realty to provide solutions that fit your needs. At Grantham Realty, you'll be treated as a friend, not a number. Contact their friendly team today. Grantham Realty, 386-362-7080.
And welcome back to Suwannee Baseball. Booster Field here tonight. I'm Matt Campbell, joined with Hunter Abercrombie. And this is RiverCountrySports.com. And it's a new pitcher on the mound this time for Santa Fe. It'll be a left.
It will.
33.
Yeah, it's going to be number 33. That's going to be Matt Dutton. This will be his 5th appearance of the year. Comes in with no ERA, 0 ERA. So, so far, so good for Mr. Dutton. He has only pitched 2.1 innings, though. So,
hasn't seen a lot of innings for one reason or the other.
Yeah, maybe a situational type guy, but he'll enter the fray here in the bottom of the 5th with the Dogs holding a 4-2 lead and looking to add on more with 3, 4, 5 middle of the order coming for Suwannee.
Absolutely. Like you said, FSU hosting Wake Forest. They're just underway. No score. Shocking score here. Florida's losing 3-0 to Vanderbilt at home in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, man.
An 8 start in SEC
I could
play.
never play baseball for Vanderbilt because they have that whistler, the guy that whistles every pitch in the stands.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the coach there, it'd be me or him, man. It is the most annoying thing in college. We talk about the chirping and the entitlement. That guy takes the cake.
Yeah. You ever play Vanderbilt when you were?
No, we never went to Vandy.
Gotcha.
Played Auburn, played Georgia, played Florida, but I think those were the 3 SEC teams we played.
Gotcha. Vanderbilt, year in, year out, has studs for arms, seems like every year.
They did. Had a couple teammates in summer ball from Vandy, good guys.
So, leading off the
Now batting number 13,
bottom
Bonds.
of the 5th frame was going to be Grayson Bonds, senior. Yep. We get the first shot at the lefty.
Bonds 0 for 1 on the night, popped up to first and has walked this evening. So trying to get the Dogs started here in the bottom of the 5th against the big lefty, Matt Dutton.
And going to get, somehow does not get hit. I don't know how because that ball went behind him, I believe.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Again, don't think it's intentional, but hey,
yeah.
I like it. I always feel like, Matt, the game has to police itself a little bit. You know, I talk about some things, the chirping is on the coaches, but some of this other stuff, you know, if you feel like my guy got hit or whatever and blah, 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 man, some of that stuff, the game just has to police itself by the players a little bit.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to have a little grit in your crawl, so to speak. 2-0 Bonds. Ball fouled off over towards the opponent's dugout.
That's what we call the ugly finder.
2-1. Pretty much. 2 balls, 1 strike. Baseball field looking well manicured and taken care of as always.
Good crowd here tonight on a Friday night.
2-1 to Bonds. Going to be fouled off out of play over the first base dugout. Home dugout for Suwannee, and evens the count at 2 apiece. Do you know where the district tournament is this year?
I don't, man. And, you know, I really do my best to keep up with this stuff, but I can't. I don't even know who's in our district this year because you don't have to play them anymore.
And it almost doesn't even matter half the time. It's just insane the way they go with the regions and the points. And that ball's fouled off.
I'm gonna find that out for us. I'm gonna get that information for us and see
there if you can while we're doing this. And I'll tell you what, the format with the 2 out of 3 going into the first 2 rounds of the playoffs?
I think it's the first 2, maybe the first 3. I'm not sure. Friend of the program, Jamie Walkner, told us when you get to the Final Four, it's still one game down there at the Final Four. But it is best 2 out of 3 early in the playoffs, which is still a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but we seem like we're always chasing Georgia's
tails as far as FHSAA versus GHSAA,
and we are, but also I think and talked about it a little bit last time. The state has taken a lot of power from the FHSAA. The state has kind of
that ball hit well to left field. A little bit too high though.
Too high, too far.
Too high and too far. It's going to be a loud fly out for the first out of the inning. Bringing up Garcia, go ahead.
But no, I was just saying, the board of directors used to be kind of elected by the schools and by the athletic directors and coaches. Now it's appointed by the state, things like that. And so, it's just one of those things. You just take what you can get, and we can be mad about it all we want, but at the end of the day, do what we're asked to do.
And the first pitch of the at bat to Watson is low and away for ball one. I mean, it's not necessarily not just hot, it is humid up here in this booth. I'm talking about swampy. Another ball way out of the zone, 2-0. No breeze whatsoever. I literally was getting blown off the ocean today and come back up here and 2-0 the count. Fastball. That's another one's going to be too high.
That's about that is a repeat of the at bat before.
And there goes the scoreboard for some reason. Not sure what happened.
Now batting number 11, Gabe Garcia.
Back on. So 2 outs here. Hoping maybe Suwannee can get something going and get that run back. We gave up last inning. 4-2 though. Swanee's favor. First 3 innings kind of went by pretty quickly. Last couple, not so much. That ball misses just a bit outside to the backstop. 2 outs.
So our region, Matt, I don't know about our district, but our region consists of, this is our district. I'm sorry. District 3 and Region 1 is going to be Suwannee, Baldwin, Paxson, Stanton, and Wolfson. So a Jacksonville district. We've already played Wolfson, taking care of business there. So just on paper, it's a district you should win.
Yeah, it sounds like it. 2-0 to count to Garcia, make it 2-1. Yeah, so like you said, on paper, a district we should do well in. That fastball going to be called strike 2. 2-2 now the count. Sounds like more than likely we're going to be going over there. That's the only thing. And I hate talking about high school officials, but I've never been a big fan of those over there.
Well,
that ball hit the third baseman who bobbles it, recovers, throws, not in time.
That'll be in the air. Garcia will reach on the air. But no, in the district tournament, it's kind of agreed upon what officials association we use. And then in the playoffs, it's assigned by the state. So the two teams can't have their association be used.
I like it. I just remember playing some games in Baker County and at Bowles back when I was coaching. That was awful. Bad. All right, lefty. Let's see what kind of move he's got. Garcia with a big lead over there. And he's going to slide steps to the plate.
Oh, my. I think Newman hit that off his own helmet.
So it looked like it
hit the bat and then hit him in the head.
Went up under. I mean, he's fine. Let's go ahead and say that. But
I think it hit him in the helmet.
Yeah, I don't know that you see that very often. We need an instant replay up here. Looked like it got off the handle and right up underneath the.
Speaking of, and we got a good crew here tonight, man. Our association's always been good, but you got the A team out here tonight with Fike and Frazier and Nick Gray behind the dish.
All outside, and there goes Garcia with a delayed steal who will be in there.
Yeah, I think that ball hit him.
Yeah, it looked like it did. Shockingly, he didn't get up and start all pouty. Yeah, we do. We got the A team tonight. And they're all right. I'd be remiss if I said that there's not some really good officials out there, but just in past experience, there's no place like home. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, man. I don't know what we got going on the scoreboard, but it is flickering.
That ball's up. 1-1 to count now.
2-1.
Sorry, 2-1.
Good spot to hit here for Newman. Be a big run. Good response for if Suwannee could respond right here and match that run now. You've got the lead, so now we just got to win or tie every inning. That's the goal.
Right side of the field wide open for Newman if he wants to go that way. That ball's up and out of the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Never been a fan of the second baseman holding the runner like that. I don't know why, but I just don't.
Well, I just don't know why we're. Yeah, I mean, we got to get in and out. But hey,
Just
more
kinda,
power to you, Santa
yeah,
Fe.
that's what
Do
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah, strike two there, swing strike two. He's just leaving it wide open over there if we want to poke one over there.
Yeah, if you got some barrel control, you got a huge hole that way, and you got a lefty on the mound, so you want to look to go away anyway.
Yep, plays right into your hand. So full count, 2 outs. There goes Garcia, and a ground ball. Oh, right back at him. I mean, just
and he
eats
threw
him
it
up.
away.
He throws
Oh,
it away.
Lord.
Almost throws it away. That's going to do it for the Dogs here in the bottom of the fifth. Suwannee 4, Santa Fe 2. You're listening to RiverCountrySports.com.
Hi, my name is Catherine Haney. My grandfather and my dad, Wes Haney, have been selling and servicing Chevrolets in the Suwannee Valley area since 1968.
I'm here with my brothers, Weston and Jonathan. We want to tell you why Wes Haney Chevrolet is the best place to buy a car.
At Wes Haney Chevrolet, it comes down to two things: low prices and excellent customer service. You are a part of the family just as much as we are. Your happiness is my dad's first priority. He will always fight to make sure you get the best deal and the best experience.
My dad doesn't play games and he doesn't charge dealer fees, so we can always get you the best price. We have amazing incentives this month to put together a great deal on any Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. The best built, longest lasting vehicles on the road. We guarantee a better deal and customer experience than you can get anywhere else.
We would love to show you our beautiful selection of new and used vehicles. We are located in Live Oak, Florida on Highway 90 East. I can guarantee our dad will give you the best deal, and we are excited to earn your business.
This is Wes Haney, and as always, no dealer fees, no games. Come see my team at Wes Haney Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Suwannee Baseball. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball, RiverCountrySports.com. Got a new pitcher in the game for Suwannee. The number 9.
We do. That'll be Jace Moran making his 6th appearance of the year. He enters with a 1.97 ERA this year. 10 and 2/3 innings pitched. Only 7 hits, 12 strikeouts for Jace. And so had a good year, not known as a pitcher necessarily, but he's a guy who can kind of do a little bit of everything and good velocity. And then my guess is he'll be in to close out these last 2 innings, hopefully, for the Dogs.
Yeah, I figure his assignment here is to get 6 outs for Suwannee and see if he can do that. Looks like Fryer will move from shortstop over to third, and Garcia will move from the mound back over to shortstop.
They will, and Santa Fe will send 5, 6, 7 to the plate this inning. So big inning for Moran. If we can go 1, 2, 3 right here, then you can get the bottom of the order in the 7th.
Yeah, for sure. Every out starts to get a little bigger towards the end of the game. Both teams kind of stagnant the first 3 innings as far as swinging the bat, and that kind of changed there in the 4th inning, and then Raiders able to scratch one more across in the 5th, and that's where we're at right now, 4-2 here, top 6.
Now batting number 22, Caleb Kite.
Caleb Kite's been the leadoff for Santa Fe, strikeout victim twice so far tonight, and Moran looking to make it a hat trick here in the the top of the 6th inning. Game has breezed by, Matt. Only an hour and a half in so far, knock on wood, and see if Moran can fill it up and close it out for the Dogs, and he'll start with strike 1 swinging.
Yeah.
Good fastball.
Upper 80s fastball, maybe 90.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay, never mind. The ball pops straight up.
Might stay in play. Watson over towards the dugout, and he will make the play. Tough play there. Good play by Kyler Watson for out number 1.
Very good play, because while you're looking up and running in, railing.
Yeah, as a former first baseman, that was always the toughest one for me. That one and the one you have to go straight back on are kind of the two. That ball's bouncing around on you. You don't know exactly how much room you have over there, and it's just not a play that happens a lot.
The good thing is he's running towards his home dugout where they're telling him the truth, where he's got room or not.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Santa Fe. Hitting for Doria will be number 14. I believe that's Cohen Bennett.
Moran comes set, and
we're going to do the same thing other side. Foul pop into foul ground, and Fryer will make the play over there.
So quickly, 2 outs here. 2 pop-ups, 1 foul territory on the first base line, and 1 foul territory on the, easy for me to say, foul territory, third base line. Brings up now number 7 for the Raiders.
That's Christmas.
That ball's in there for strike 1. 88 miles an hour, says my radar gun.
You need a new radar gun.
85 on that.
86, 85, 86, yeah. I mean,
Ball.
good for a sophomore. Really, really good
Fastball.
velocity.
1-1. That ball's going to be just down.
And
2-1.
again, just
And
like
we throw it almost into center field.
just like with Rogers before him, good tempo here from Moran. Getting the ball ready to go again.
Yeah.
And a 2-1 pitch will come here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Fastball. Going to be a
Tough play for Fryer. And he's going to make it.
Nice play by Fryer to end the inning. That's 1, 2, 3. Go the Raiders in the top of the 6th. Suwannee 4, Raiders 2. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
When watching the big game, you want pizza. Papa John's Pizza of Live Oak has what you're looking for. Delicious pizza, cooked just the way you like it. From their signature sauce to their toppings, the fresh original dough, plus wings, breadsticks, and more. Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's Pizza, 6852 Suwannee Plaza Lane in Live Oak. Call for delivery or stop by today.
And welcome back to Suwannee Baseball here at Booster Field. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning, Suwannee leads 4-2 on Matt Campbell, joined with Hunter Abercrombie. And good old Friday night here in Live Oak. Got a good crowd here. Hopefully, good people listening or watching on the YouTube channel for River Country Sports. This is a pretty cool thing that Wayne Luttrell's got going on. I know they did it with football. We're doing it with baseball this year, and it's really cool, especially for people that can't go to away games and stuff in football season. So baseball, no different.
Yeah, no doubt. We were working the fair last week for Lions Club in the concession stand and we're able to have the game on there while we're making burgers and fries. So, man, it's great. Wayne Luttrell, Tammy Neal, and their crew, the kids have done a really, really great job football season and now baseball. And like you said, Matt, those folks, maybe relatives that live out of town or those of us who can't make an away game but want to watch anyway, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, and you can get the word out to the opposing team, too, before they come, and their fans can watch as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. And bottom of 6 here. Looks like Green's up to the plate for Suwannee.
That's going to be Fryer, I think.
Fryer, that's what
Fryer.
I see.
Yeah.
And that ball left up top.
Fryer wearing green. He's wearing green.
That's exactly what I meant to say.
Didn't get a chance before we went to break, man. A really efficient 7-pitch inning for Jace Moran last inning. So just what the doctor ordered. Let's go score some more. Tough play. Good runner.
Going to see what kind of arm talent we got. And it's going to short hop the first baseman, and Fryer's not going to be able to advance to second because of the catcher doing his job and trailing the play down first base line.
And that speed there from Fryer, man, really forced a bad throw there. And so he'll reach on the air by the shortstop, and that'll bring Dylan Green to the plate.
Yeah, and that's probably in the back of the shortstop's head, too, knowing that he's got to go to his right, get the ball in the 5-6 hole, and then come up throwing and throw a dart and put a little pressure on. Now we have number 7, Dylan Green, the senior, who's swung the bat nicely tonight, has one hit to show for it.
He has, could have 2, but yeah, good senior night for Green so far. That ball will get away.
Yep.
And Fryer will advance to second. Now do a job, Dylan Green, and get him to third.
Yeah, now you're just looking for something on the ground to the right side if you can.
Well, like I said, man, I mean, when you're facing a left-hander, particularly somebody who's kind of a soft lefty, it's really easy to roll over if you don't sit back and look to go the other way. And so this situation lends itself to that anyway. Your job right here is to hit a ground ball the opposite way, find a way to get Fryer to third.
And that ball's going to scoot away and it's going to stay in front of the catcher, but Fryer's going to be able to advance to third. So now it's a moot point.
It is a moot point. Now your job's is scoring.
2-0. Now you're going to look for something that you can elevate.
Santa Fe will bring the infield in, so just what the doctor ordered. If you're a hitter, man, now we have shrunk the field, and let's go to work.
Yeah. So 2-0, good situation on that bat. Opportunity here for Suwannee and Dylan Green. 3-0 now the count. 99.9% sure he's taking right here. Going to force him to find the zone.
It will Dunton in his second inning of work and matching, if he can get through this inning, kind of matching his season total, doubling it up. He did turn him loose there. I like it.
Senior night. Throw him a bone out there. I do like
Well, I mean, you got a guy on the mound who they're probably, like you, Matt, expecting a take right there. And let's see if we can jump one real quick, give him a swing, and see what we can do. And, hey, good hack at it. Just fouled it straight back.
Absolutely. 3-1 now the count. That ball's in the dirt for ball 4. So runners on the corner now, no outs. See if Santa Fe backs their middle infielders up. They're going to have the pitching coach come out.
Now batting number 2, Colton Rogers.
Yeah, if you don't miss the Diamond Dogs podcast coaches show each Wednesday here at River Country, join Wayne Luttrell and Coach Billy Moran for the latest on Bulldog baseball. The Diamond Dogs podcast brought to you by First Federal Bank and by Core Realty. This week's show begins at 5 with the Dogs' final regular season game to follow. It's Suwannee versus North Florida Christian next Wednesday at 6 here on RiverCountrySports.com.
Yeah, Matt, we talked about, looks like Santa Fe is going to be bringing in a new arm here, but we talked about that, the schedule that we've played and how difficult it is, and NFC is a part of that. Like we said, Coach Posey over there, man, been there forever. They've won several state titles at NFC, so if you're in town next Wednesday night, it'll be a great game to come catch. That team will be well coached. They'll be ready to play. And, yeah, it should be an exciting night here at Booster Field, and we'll lead the Dogs into the district tournament. We talked about that kind of. Looking at it, Matt, in the regions in what we're in a fully Jacksonville region. So as you go through the playoffs, well, I take that back. We also have out in the Panhandle as well. So it kind of runs from Pensacola all the way across. So for those who are wondering, if you want to go to the Final Four, you have to win your region. And so just kind of looking at this, you've got all of the schools out in Pensacola, the Pensacola's, South Walton's, Walton, and West Florida. South Walton, a really talented team. Got a pitcher who is one of the more highly ranked guys, I think, in next year's draft class. I think he's committed to Auburn, I believe. And so that'll be a real challenge. Then in Panama City, you've got Bay, you've got North Bay Haven, and you've got Rutherford, along with Gadsden County. And then over there also in Jacksonville, not in our region, Fernandina Beach, who's always a good program, Range, Ribault, West Nassau, and Jackson. So just kind of looking at it on the hoof and not knowing a ton about all of these teams, you really think that the South Walton group is going to be good. West Florida, sometimes they can have a good program, and then Rutherford, you just never know. They're kind of hit or miss. But other than that, man, I mean, you're in a Fernandina Beach, you're in a winnable region, and so even as young as we are, what I'm really anxious to see with Suwannee is, can we score enough runs? I think we're going to pitch okay, but with the 2 out of 3. You got to have 2 guys. In the past, as you know, when your son was here, Bowles had Hunter Barco. You ran into Hunter Barco every year, and it was Bo Bonds versus Hunter Barco.
Yeah.
And if you got through that game, you could rest that guy for almost a week, and he can come back in round 2. And so now, the reason we really like 2 out of 3 is you're going to see who the best baseball team is.
Absolutely.
And so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, if we're able to go over and win the district, that means we'll get a home series here at the Doghouse.
Yeah, that name Hunter Barco, man. I tell you what, that guy. I mean, he was a phenomenal pitcher. Talk about title, but we'll not talk about that tonight. But phenomenal pitcher, went to Florida, and he was a one-man show for Bowles there for a couple of years, and you had to get past Barco. And if you made it past Barco, you're good to go for a while. But that can't happen anymore. You got to have a complete team, good pitching depth, and like you said, it'll test your roster, test your mettle a little bit.
Yeah, new pitcher coming in for Santa Fe is going to be Jacob Avanda. Avanda, looking at his numbers on the year, he's a senior. He has got this will be his 8th appearance, 1-0 with a 2.33 ERA. So good numbers for the senior. He's thrown 15 innings, and like we said, 7th or 8th appearance on the year.
There goes the runner from first. He will steal second base, and second baseman comes in, cuts it off.
Good job there by Colton Rogers. He's now at the plate for Suwannee and taking that pitch, giving his guy, you could see he had the base stolen, giving him a chance to get second. So now we're hitting with 2 runners in scoring position and an 0-1 count.
Infield in for the Raiders. Coming set. And throws up and over the back of his head. Rogers kind of stood in there a little bit more statuesque than I might have. Misses him, though. 1-1. Lavonda comes set. Sits right around the belt area. Comes to the dish. Breaking ball this time does hit him in the head.
I like it. He stood right in there and just knew it was coming and said,
yeah,
come on with it.
For the previous pitch was a fastball that he stood in there and just went right behind it, buzzed the tower right behind his helmet. This one, he just stood in there and took the old breaking ball off.
Noah Lopez.
Yeah, now big spot here for Suwannee to blow this thing open.
Yeah, they've got a chance right here to make Jace Moran's job much easier coming into the top half of the seventh. Infield in, bases loaded, nobody out. Lopez, leadoff hitter, is due. Let's go. And the pitch. Fastball up, ball one. Something he can drive right here is what he's looking for.
Lopez 0 for 1 on the night. He scored in the first after being hit by a pitch, had a sac fly in the fourth, and in the third, grounded out short.
That ball's going to be down the right field line. And
looks like it's going to slice foul.
1-1 the count.
Good idea there by Noah.
Yeah.
Oh, we always say that, like good ideas. I don't know if every time the hitter has an idea. It's just,
Right.
We're up there trying to hit ball hard.
I know the coach has that, programs an approach before each game in his hitters, but sometimes things just happen. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, bases loaded. Santa Fe will play the middle infield back. They'll give up 1 run for a double play opportunity. Lopez takes that ball away. 2-1, I'm sorry.
Good hitters count here for Lopez. Nowhere to put him, so you'd expect a fastball right here. Don't want to run the count to 3-1. So I'd look fastball right here and see if we can't drive something to the outfield and score a run.
2 balls, 1 strike. Lopez breaking ball.
And as I say, fastball's coming. He throws a breaking ball, and now we're in that 3-1 count.
3-1 count.
Not a bad pitch there. Just stayed up a little bit. Good take there by Noah.
Yeah. Probably could have been called a strike if he was a little more consistent with that spot. I would imagine he might want to gave it to him, but it's 3-1 nonetheless. 3-1 pitch on its way. Fastball fouled off.
I think we swung at ball 4 right there.
I think we did, and that one caught a piece of the catcher. I think everybody's okay, though. We got a full count. Nobody out. Santa Fe trying to hold Swanee's lead to 2. And the pitch. Breaking ball outside off the plate. Now I'm surprised at that pitch call.
Well, he obviously has confidence in it. He threw it 2-1 and then threw it again 3-2. Just didn't hit with it either time.
Now batting number 9, Jace Moran.
Make the job easy there for the Dogs.
Yeah, 5-2 now. Suwannee leads, and Jace Moran with his opportunity to blow this thing wide open. Never been a big fan of the help yourself term but he can make his life easier going back up on the.
I'd like to see a ball. I'd like to see a ball in the left center gap right here. There's that breaking ball again. I don't know where that one was.
Yeah, that looked good. Ball 1 the count nonetheless. 1-0 to Morant.
Matt Wayne asked me to keep the book tonight, man. This is the first time I've kept a book in probably a decade. It's like riding a bike.
You got it, though. You're doing a great job over there.
Well, we're writing something down. I don't know if it's how Wayne likes it, but
we're going to get another stoppage of play as the pitching coach for Santa Fe will come out and have a conversation.
Yes, well, Santa Fe run a variety of arms out tonight, and for the most part, done a good job throwing strikes. And Suwannee able to capitalize there in the 4th inning with a big inning, and now
going into the top of the last frame, still nobody out. We got bases loaded, so an opportunity to make that a more comfortable lead. Insurance runs, if you will. So after the quick mound trip, we'll be back to play here as Avonda comes set down around the belt. Moran dug in at the plate. And that ball's in the dirt. Runs the count to 3-0.
I'd look for him to be turned loose right here. Could be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, he got the take sign. Dad gave him the take sign. I think this take sign's been the same since you played baseball here.
It has. I reused the same one we had in high school is being recycled, I can promise you.
3-0 pitch in the dirt.
Nowhere close.
4, and that's going to make things even easier, and we're going to have a pitching change here.
Now batting number 13, Grayson Bonds.
Pitching change. Yeah, next Wednesday night right here, 6 o'clock will be the last game of the season and the home finale for Suwannee against North Florida Christian.
Yeah, and like you talked about, Matt, we talked about it a little bit last broadcast, but man, we really, I think partly is because they all played on varsity last year. We still don't realize how young this team is. I mean, I can remember in my 4 years in high school having one freshman play on varsity, and last year we had 4 or 5 starting, and now all of those guys are now sophomores, so second year on varsity, where in a lot of programs those guys would still be on JV, but obviously really good players. And so you go down the lineup. I mean, if we look at it, we go junior, sophomore, senior, sophomore, junior, junior, sophomore, senior, senior tonight. But normally Rogers is in there. He's another sophomore.
Right.
You got Nickerson, who's a freshman, who's gotten some varsity experience this year. You got, like we talked about, 10 or 11 eighth graders coming over next year. So still going to be a young team for a couple of years, man, and really a team that's going to have a chance to make a run if these guys get to work, hit the weight room hard, and continue to develop.
Yeah, and one thing that's a little different nowadays with this baseball program, or this Suwannee baseball version of this team, is a lot of football players playing baseball and baseball players playing football.
Yeah, you do.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion.
No, we talked about it again on the during the Columbia game and how that mentality that you bring over from football, I think, does nothing but help you. And man, I'm all about multi-sport athletes. I think just different things and getting away from the game a little bit too is important. You read a lot now about overuse injuries and things like that, and just even creating burnout. Man, you want this to be fun. Also, it shouldn't be a chore. It shouldn't be a job. Yeah. And sometimes I think we, as adults, and I'm guilty of it as well, is take it a little bit too serious, especially when the kids are younger, when they just need to be learning how to move athletically.
Yeah, we really do put a lot of pressure on the young people, and I'm as guilty as anybody had ever been around here. But yeah, I like to see the multi-sport athletes, and it's good to see. But yeah, I mean, ideally, you don't want to have a heavy 9th or 10th grade team, but that's the cards we've been dealt with, and by gosh, we're competitive.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and like you said, have a chance to make a run here in the playoffs as Dylan Doria will take over on the mound for Santa Fe, and Grayson Bonds will step in for Suwannee.
Nobody out still. Bases loaded. 6-2 Suwannee here. Bottom half 6 in. This ball's in the dirt. Comes straight over the top, does Doria.
Yeah, moving in from shortstop. Onto the mound tonight. Coach Moran down there coaching his runners at third on their leads. Coach Moran's always coaching, man. There's never a moment off. I like it.
2-0 now, and having trouble finding the strike zone is Doria.
Yeah, Santa Fe in general this inning having trouble finding the zone, and just Suwannee not having to do a whole lot in order to put runs on the board and more men on base.
2-0 count. Pitched hit. Swung on by Bonds. Fouled off. 2-1.
So Grayson's uncle, Alan Bonds, watching tonight while working the desk out at Woods Family Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Cousin Bo Bonds they open their minor league season out in Vancouver tonight. So
that's awesome.
If you're up at 12 or 1 o'clock, you get a chance to log in and see Bo pitch tonight.
I always check his stats when he's starting the regular season.
Well, he got to travel with the big club in the spring a little bit, so a big step for him.
Yeah, big time. That's awesome. Yeah, I get to see OAB at the gym at least 4 days a week.
Really? Couldn't tell.
I actually go there. Hunter, do you go there?
Do not.
You're a member.
No, not anymore.
Oh, never.
Return to my roots at the as there's a fly ball to right. We don't need to talk about working out, Matt.
No, never mind. Out to almost the warning track, deep right center field. Going to score a run.
Nice job there by Bonds. That'll score a run on the sac fly, and that'll up Suwannee's lead to 7-2, and also able to tag up and get to third base as Lopez.
That's right. So runners on the corner now.
Now batting number 4, Kyler Watson.
It was a nice segue and a deflection by Hunter Abercrombie to get away from his not working out. Either way, Swanee's leading 7-2. Lead growing to 5 this half inning. They're going to pick the first and close over there, but safe says first base umpire Jamie Fike. I bet he's been after them turkeys. First and third, 1 out, and the ball's in the dirt. It's going to skip in front. And
yeah, good read there by Moran. Ball in the dirt. He's able to move up to second. So a chance for Watson to drive in a couple here. As Suwannee stretched the lead to 7-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Absolutely. Garcia waits on deck.
Suwannee looking to win their 6th straight game tonight, and looks like they're in good position to do it.
That was a good pitch on the outer half, just off the plate. Ball 1. When he gets everything lined up, the pitcher. Keep forgetting.
It's Doria.
Dylan
Doria.
Gets it up there just fine. That's going to get through the 5-6 hole. 1 run will easily score. Making it 8-2, so a good RBI single there for Watson.
Now batting number 11,
8-2
Gabe Garcia.
now. Big inning here, the bottom half of the 6th for Suwannee. We got 4. We ain't done yet.
We are not, as we still have first and third with only 1 out, as Gabe Garcia will step to the plate.
First baseman holds. Watson at first. Doria comes set and delivers all outside.
Matt, I didn't know it till about halfway through our season. So, in a lot of leagues and a lot of organizations, the third to first pickoff move is now outlawed. Middle school and high school, you can still do it. And it's something that the kids don't see very often anymore. So we've had some success with it this year at the middle school, and interested to see, and may ask Coach Moran if that's something they might employ late in the year.
Yeah. So it is outlawed and everything except for high school now?
Well, you can't do it in the major leagues. You can't do it, in the lower leagues. I'm not sure about college. I think it's probably outlawed because I haven't seen it. Try to watch a lot of college baseball. So my guess is it's not allowed.
We're going to take
Great
home.
job right there.
That's
wow.
a good job.
Really heads up job there by Jace Moran.
Yeah.
No, you're watching online, but pick off to first, and he immediately breaks for home and is able to get in there on a pickoff move to first. Really nice.
Stretches the lead to 7. It's 9-2 now, and that's
talk about baseball IQ. Really, really smart right there.
And probably some help up there from Dad, coaching third base over there. But Jace is a high baseball IQ guy, and just knowing the situation and knowing where you're at, and never just getting complacent. 9-2 now. Runner on first base.
Yeah, we'll go count on Garcia here at the plate, and Suwannee looking to do some more damage as they've scored 5 here in the bottom of the 6th.
That ball down. 3-0. You'll see that a lot of times with the lefty over there on third base when he picks to first. But
yeah, it is. It's a smart play and something. Always looking for an edge, always looking for an advantage, because those are the things that in close games and in big games, especially when the tension's kind of high, can really, really turn momentum for you, and really the ability to steal a run here and there.
Absolutely. And there goes the runner from first. I think that's ball 4 anyways. That's going to be called strike 2, so it is a stolen base by...
Is that Watson?
Watson.
Hey, we talked about him not running. He heard it.
That's right.
Said, watch this.
So now, full count. Runner on second. Just 1 out in the inning. Ball hit hard right at second baseman's feet. He lays it. Eats him up. Around second comes Watson.
Wow, what a throw.
I'll tell you what. That center fielder has made some nice plays out there tonight. He's made some plays close that didn't think they were going to be. In that one, he just hosed him.
Yeah, that was Irizarry there, and that was another great throw, the 8-2 put out. I'm going to give that one, Matt. I'm known as a tough scorer. I'm going to give that one a base knock. What do you think? I mean, that
was a laser.
I mean, that ball was hit hard. Now, it was right at, but it was right at his foot. He didn't have much time to react, and
he had
off the foot of the second baseman. Call me a home team score if you want to.
Yeah, 100% I agree. That is smoke. What a play, though, by the center fielder.
I'll bring Newman to the plate as Suwannee is now batted around this inning. Yeah, good send there, but a great throw. But that's what you want to do. I mean, if you don't have a perfect throw right there, you're safe, and that's what you want to do. You want to make high school guys make that perfect play to get you out.
Yeah. So tip the cap. 2 outs. All one now to Newman.
I think we got softball going on across the way as well, man.
Yeah,
Need to get a score check on the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, they were playing, I guess it was Fort White.
Oh, that's going to be a toughie. Fort White has that pitcher, Compton, really good.
2-0 the count.
And what's crazy is around here, our softball teams had a pretty good year, I think. Columbia's a little bit down. The best teams in the area are Brantford and Fort White.
Unbelievable. That ball hit a mile, but foul.
Well, I think it shows you in softball, man, you got that pitcher, you can make a run every year.
Yeah. If you have an ace out there. Did you see the one, speaking of pitching in softball, the girl from Tennessee, 78 points?
Yeah, I saw that. I also saw the Lady Knowles taking down the Lady Gator Wednesday night.
We don't count that. It's midweek.
That is a classic Florida line, is that we only care about things we're good at. That is the University of Florida in a nutshell.
Another well-hit ball, but right at the left field. It's been a little unlucky tonight as Newman, but nonetheless, we score 5 in the bottom half of the 6th, headed to the top of the 7th. We're going to close it out. It's Suwannee 9, Santa Fe 2. You're listening to River Country Sports.com.
Your trusted local real estate partner in Live Oak, Grantham Realty, for all your real estate needs in North Florida. With over 20 years experience, they're more than just a real estate agency. They're your friends and neighbors, dedicated to serve this vibrant community. So whether you're buying or selling, you can trust Grantham Realty to provide solutions that fit your needs. At Grantham Realty, you'll be treated as a friend, not a number. Contact their friendly team today. Grantham Realty, 386-362-7080.
And welcome back to Booster Field. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball here on RiverCountrySports.com. I'm Hunter with Hunter Abercrombie, and I'm Matt Campbell.
Well, hey, now, we have gotten confused before. I have been called Coach Campbell more times than I care to count.
Yeah, that's.
And my answer is always the same, that I'm much better looking.
I guess I.
Who else have you been called? Who else have you been confused?
Coach Hunter Abercrombie.
Yeah, and I've also gotten Wooly, Coach Wooly.
Wooly, yeah, the high school Wooly.
Now, I'm good with that. But I also one time got a Coach Mixon. And I draw the line, as much as I love Coach Mixon, that a man who's older than my dad.
Yeah, I love Coach Mixon too, but I've never been confused with him because I'm about half his height. So that's my saving grace there.
Heard that Coach Mixon and Tom Daniels are going to be on the call next week for the NFC games. Look forward to that.
Awesome. Yeah, tune in for that.
Mm-hmm.
Two classics there. And Moran quickly ahead 0-1 here, trying to get the last 3 outs for Suwannee, top of the 7th.
Well, I'm sure if Tom's here, he doesn't run it anymore. But if a ball's hit towards any part of the wall, it'll be towards the Sports Connection sign.
The Sports
Connection
Connection
like that pop up right there. It's out there towards the Edward Jones sign.
Yes, and we have a catch and an out. 2 more outs to record in the inning.
We're now batting number 16, Caleb Jacob.
9-2 here, trying to finish things off.
Our executive producer, Tammy Neal, just informed me that the Lady Dogs defeated Fort White tonight 2-1. It's a big win for the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, big win. Speaking of, that ball's hit well out left field, but right at Rogers. Played him perfectly for the second out of the inning.
I tell you what, Moran has been nothing if not efficient.
Absolutely.
7 pitches last inning, 3 so far this inning with 2 outs on the board as he'll look to close it out.
We're here for it.
Absolutely.
I seen old Terry Mixon back into coaching. Him and Karras are coaching the travel softball.
He can't stay away.
Nah, bad back and all. You had back surgery. You can't hardly walk. Still coaching.
Irizarry trying to double up on the bunt that he got down last time.
Yep. Tries and misses there. Good little baseball player.
I like Irizarry.
Yeah. He could play for us for sure.
I hope we're saying his name right. If we're not, I apologize. But we like Angel.
In there for strike 2. 0-2 now on Irizarry. And this quickly running out of life in this game with Santa Fe, down to possibly their last pitch. And swing will be strike 3, and that'll do it. So we'll be back to wrap things up here in just a minute. It's going to be Suwannee 9, Raiders of Santa Fe 2. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on rivercountrysports.com.
Josh Anderson here from Wayne Fryer Live Oak. I'm inviting you to come tour the best built manufactured homes on the market. Choose from 2x6 exterior walls, upgrade insulation, vinyl plank flooring, shiplap accent walls, barn doors, tile showers, and so much more. All our homes come with deliver-in setup, AC, steps, and skirting. And at Wayne Fryer Live Oak, homes start at just $69.9. If you've always wanted to own your own home, now is the time. At Wayne Fryer, US 90 West, Live Oak, or visit us online at waynefryerhome.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit jefftippensinsurance.com.
And welcome back here. Suwannee Baseball, the final score, Suwannee 9, Santa Fe Raiders. The Raiders of Santa Fe 2.
Yeah, good night for the Dogs. Did a good job putting it away there at the end. Before we talk to Coach Moran, who's still talking to Santa Fe's coaches at the plate, want to thank everyone who took part in the broadcast tonight, made things run smooth. Our streaming producers, Rivers Martinez, camera operators tonight, the legend, John Koch, Dusty Morgan, Sawyer Brooks, and Lucy Roberts. Executive producers tonight, Tammy Neal and Wayne Luttrell, Matt Campbell and Hunter Abercrombie with you on the call. And Matt, Dogs win number 6 in a row, moved to 13-6 on the year, just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a pleasure being up here with you, Hunter. And it's kind of a good thing. You say 6 straight wins, looking to make it 7. And going into the postseason, the winning streak is never a bad thing. It was good to see good tempo from all the Suwannee pitchers. I think that's something that's ingrained in the staff. A pretty good approach once we got through and busted through against Rao. We were very patient at the plate. Didn't really chase a lot of bad pitches, so that was good to see.
Yeah, it was able to string some hits together and then take advantage of some lack of control there at the end from Santa Fe. But another good night at the office for the Dogs, and certainly glad to call a win. My first game I broadcast was a loss, so much more fun to get a win when you're up here, and always good to beat a rival like Santa Fe.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not sure what my record is up here on season. I think I'm 2-1 now, but see, yeah, we lost. Yeah, 2-1. So I got a winning record. You're tied for even. But yeah, it was a good night for Suwannee baseball. Very humid night, but well played game for the most part, both sides. And what are we going to talk about?
As well, I mean, I know we got one more break coming, but one of the things that I think is going to be interesting is when we get into the postseason, who's going to be the number 2 for the Dogs? You know, I think you're counting on Grayson Green to be that number 1 for you, but somebody's going to have to step up into that 2 hole. And is that going to be Kyler Watson or is it Gabe Garcia? You've got a lot of options. Maybe it's Colton Rogers. You know, I mean, he's that different look like we've talked about. Tonight, I think he should get the win. He worked 3 innings. I don't know the rules in high school if you have to go 4 innings to get the win. But in any event, if he does, he's going to move to 5-0. Pitch well again tonight. No runs scored against him. Able to work out of trouble there in the first. Some of it not of his own making. And so, you know, it's really a good night for the Dogs. But I am interested to see kind of how we move forward, what Coach Moran's looking to accomplish here these last few games. You know, we still got a tough week next week. We go to Lowndes on Monday night. 2-time defending Georgia champions in one of the highest classifications. You got Menendez here at home on Tuesday, and then like you said, then next week you got NFC. And so, you know, you definitely don't close it out with an easy schedule. You got 3 more games to kind of figure out who you are and what you're going to do. And we'll see what Coach Moran has to say as he's breaking the team huddle and look to make his way up here. So I think probably take our last commercial break, and then we'll bring it back to talk to Coach Billy Moran.
Yeah, so for myself, Matt Campbell, Hunter Abercrombie, you'll be back with Coach Moran. It's been a pleasure. You're listening to Suwannee Baseball on rivercountrysports.com.
Hi, Hi, my name is Catherine Haney. My grandfather and my dad, Wes Haney, have been selling and servicing Chevrolets in the Suwannee Valley area since 1968.
I'm here with my brothers, Weston and Jonathan. We want to tell you why Wes Haney Chevrolet is the best place to buy a car.
At Wes Haney Chevrolet comes down to two things: low prices and excellent customer service. You are a part of the family just as much as we are. Your happiness is my dad's first priority. He will always fight to make sure you get the best deal and the best experience.
My dad doesn't play games and he doesn't charge dealer fees, so we can always get you the best price. We have amazing incentives this month to put together a great deal on any Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. The best built, longest lasting vehicles on the road. We guarantee a better deal and customer experience than you can get anywhere else.
We would love to show you our beautiful selection of new and used vehicles. We are located in Live Oak, Florida on Highway 90 East. I can guarantee our dad will give you the best deal, and we are excited to earn your business.
This is Wes Haney, and as always, no dealer fees, no games. Come see my team at Wes Haney Chevrolet.
And welcome back to Booster Field. Suwannee a winner tonight against Santa Fe, 9-2. We're joined now by head coach Billy Moran. Coach, a good win. What do you take away, and what do you tell your guys moving forward?
I'm just super proud of them for winning on senior night. It's always good to win at home. It's always good to win at home at senior night. So, I told them, hey guys, that's not our best performance. I think that we came out a little flat. I think that we beat them earlier in the week, and we just kind of expected to walk all over them. And that's just a learning experience for our guys. We have to be able to control our own destiny and not just see what the game brings in. We can control a lot of facets of the game, but we have to have a mental approach. And I think we were missing that a little bit tonight.
Yeah, maybe I agree. Maybe early, but it seems like mid-game switch flip, or flip switch, whatever you want to call it, switch flip. Yeah, switch flip.
Sure.
Seemed like though once we started putting an approach, I'll let Hunter talk pitching, but just the heads upness. I love to see. The games seemingly were getting it put away, and I think it was Jace on third base there. Had a first and third situation. The pitcher picks over to first, and Jace immediately breaks and scores an important run in the game. Is that something that he did on his own? Is that something you coach him to do?
No, I talked to him right before that. Lopez, there was a situation earlier where Lopez was first and third, and he asked me, hey, coach, can I go if they pick? And I said, yeah, if they pick again at first and you think you got it, but we have to have a good enough lead to start off with. So we have to expect it. They didn't happen to pick then. But then when Jace was there, I had the pitcher at the time was a shortstop, and shortstops tend to think they can do just anything they want. And so I knew I had a feeling he was going to pick, and I told Jace, hey, if he picks here, we're going to go.
Nice.
And so had a good feeling that the first baseman wasn't going to be expecting it. So
gotcha.
Well, Coach, one of the things we talked about, so this is 6 wins in a row, and we got one more week of the regular season, and then we're into district tournament play. You want to peak at district tournament time going into the playoffs. Do you feel like your guys are moving that direction? Do you feel like you're there? Or is your best baseball still ahead of you, do you feel like?
Well, I hope our best baseball is still ahead of us. We have guys that their average doesn't show it, but they're really putting together good at bats. And that's really my message to these guys. I love to win, but if we go up there and just compete our tails off, then, I can deal with whatever the result is. The thing about it is we have so much talent. We're so deep that if we just compete every pitch, every inning, every at bat, the chances of us winning are very high. So, my message to my guys is just keep doing what we're doing and understand that it's not me trying to go get a hit. It's me going up there and just being having a really tough at bat and knowing what I'm trying to do and not being selfish. I feel like we had a few selfish swings tonight. We had a couple of 3-1 swings where guys chased the ball out of the zone because they didn't want to walk. They wanted to hit. That kind of baseball we haven't been playing that kind of baseball. I feel like maybe the competition tonight wasn't good enough to overcome that. But it's, that kind of stuff matters when you're playing in a must-win game against an equal opponent. So we have to, we have to bring that approach every single time and not just pull it out when we need it.
Yeah.
Speaking of those kind of must-win games, looking forward, we were just talking about before you came up here, the pitching situation, and you got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys who have thrown innings, a lot of guys who are very capable. I think now that the playoffs are best 2 out of 3, trying to figure out who that number 2 guy is behind Grayson Green. Feel like Grayson probably the number 1 right now, although these guys are all kind of in that 1A, 1B, 1C, if you will.
100%.
Colton goes out tonight, gets in trouble early, some of it not of his own doing, able to wriggle out. You go visit him on the mound. A little animated conversation, which is always nice. But he's a guy who comes from that different arm angle. And so kind of talk about your pitching going forward. 3 games next week, then going into district tournament time. What are you looking for out of them?
Well, first of all, I think that Colton Rogers has proven that he is the the solidified number 2 spot. And record wise, you could argue that he's the number 1 pitcher. However, it's the way it shook out. We've faced some really good opponents when Grayson Green has pitched, and then we didn't score many runs when he has pitched. So the losses on his record is not really a reflection of how he pitched. It's more of a poor offensive performance for us. But I think right now, if our pitching rotation is Grayson Green, Colton Rogers, and then Gabe Garcia. But then, I mean, we got guys like Kyler Watson. We wanted to throw Kyler Watson tonight, but there was really no situation. Hampton Newman we wanted to get him to throw this tonight. No situation. We couldn't make that work. Dylan Green wanted him to come in and pitch. We just have so many arms that are serviceable and are really good arms. It's just, we're getting in situations where we don't need them right now, and we're getting them plenty of work. They're not sitting on the pine, not throwing at all. We're getting them work, and when we need them, they'll be ready. But we have a slew of arms. We've got plenty. Well, Coy Fryer, he's mid to upper 80s right now. It's just we need to have. A lot of our stuff is based on defense too. When we make position moves or pitching moves, we got to have a defense to set it up behind them. So.
Well, Coach, another great win, man. That's 6 in a row. You go to Lowndes on Monday night. Know you're excited for that one. Big-time opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And then finish up with 2 home games next week. Best of luck to you. We appreciate the time. And as always, go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Coach. All right, that'll wrap it up for us here tonight.